Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Tomb of the Golden Threads, the mini dungeon dive. And for our players, we have Reese, played by Liv.
Hello, it is I.
We have Rolldrisk, played by Bill.
Shane hates me for some reason. I don't know why. I've been so nice to
Mm-hmm.
him.
I hate you 100%. That's why I'm not letting you do something that drastic in the middle of the dungeon. Prometheus, played by Nasir.
Hello.
Belgrim, played by Mason.
Shane hates me, but for very logical reasons.
At least that we can agree on. And then we have our audience, who I have muted because that's what he is. He is a silent audience who will remain silent. Anyway, so last we left off, the party had completed the first floor. They have defeated the warden of the Dice-aster, and they have freed Gibril from his tomb. He explained to them that the miracle is using the slumbering Amonathetas in order to project its foul whims upon the world above. And in defeating the Amonathetas and returning them to their original form, Laudis, they will stop the miracle's incursion upon the surface. So, the party ventured forth as Gibril opened the way into the deeper part of the tomb. So, as you all step forward into that doorway opened up by Gibril, you can hear the low hum of the miracle song as the way behind you closes, locking it away. As you step forward, though, you see molten gold pooling on the floor in front of you. In this faded visage of the warden that you had already bested. It looks up to you, its shield in one hand and its blade in the other. Those that hath bested me and freed the herald of the Dice-aster, take these as a token of conquest and victory. Remember that the miracle watches forever. And the weapons slowly glide to the ground in front of you as the visage fades away.
All right.
Yippee.
Let me... It is a long sword of certain death.
Oh!
And the battering shield. Okay, that didn't have its actual function on it at the end of it. There it is.
Can I take the battering shield?
Can I take the long sword?
You guys can divvy it up as you wish. It's laying on the floor in front of you.
I'm asking everyone else. I'm not asking you.
Yeah, same. I don't need the shield.
I have no qualms about y'all taking that.
I have a shield, so
Okay, I will take the battering shield then.
I will take the long sword.
longsword isn't better than my +2 longsword.
I just like the usage of it. Does it still count as magical?
Yes.
It just doesn't have the
says
+2.
using
Just
this magic weapon.
cool. Just double checking.
All right. I take it you continue forward.
Yes.
as you venture into the next floor. Bring yourselves to the bottom of the screen and place
Top of the screen
yourselves.
in the fog of war, guys.
You said at the bottom of the screen? Aha.
So, as you step in, you see held above the walkway, so there's still space below, you see an elegant golden statue of a robed woman inlaid with a staff and jewels, trinkets, and symbols of holy devotion. It is just simply sitting above the archway, witnessing your entrance into the tomb.
Hey, can I look to see if there's anything suspicious?
Sure.
In the
Give me an investigation or a perception, depending on what kind of thing you're looking for.
I wonder what this group will choose.
Boom.
Damn.
You see these pedestals sitting around. They're just kind of like half columns of bronze sitting about the room. You see urns sitting up against the wall. And you see just what look like decorative fountains with no water in them sitting in those divots. But you don't see anything else of note.
Alright. It doesn't
I think
appear to be
that-
trapped then.
Someone not at full health?
Me.
I see.
we just
Why
took a
did you
short
take a
rest,
short? We
Yeah.
took a short rest.
Yeah.
And
I don't know. Oh, it must be my token didn't update. I don't know why.
I was about to say, we have 18, or now, well, you gain an extra. Technically had 19 hit dice.
Alright. You step forward. Nothing happens. You're just further into the room.
I want to investigate one of these pillars more closely.
Go ahead.
I'd like to look over this thing.
The empty fountain.
Yeah.
Alright.
Big bitch.
Go ahead and give me an investigation.
God damn it.
Reese, since yours will be much faster, it looks like an empty fountain.
It sure does.
It's very elaborately carved with sigils and symbols all throughout its edges.
Yeah, I can't
Nothing else
read
of
that
note.
shit.
You said the
Belgium.
statue was sorry.
Go ahead and ask.
You said the statue was inlaid with holy things, right? Could I make a religion check on that?
Sure. As you do that, Belgium, you look over this half column and you see that it is decorated with murals of people praying and bowing and prostrating themselves as vines creep around the edges and holy visions of light are just seen all around, surrounded by these crowds of praying and bowing people. With the 12, you see that they were elegantly crafted holy symbols, very specific design. You can guess that This woman held quite the significance in terms of religious proceedings, but you can't tell much more.
Okay.
Now I go investigate the fountain.
All right, give me investigation.
God, please, I can't read this.
24. As you look over the fountain, you see that it's not really a script meant to be read. It's more of ritualistic carvings, similar to the ones on the pillars that you just witnessed. And it's more of, in terms of a blessing, you can assume that since it's a fountain, it was a blessing upon the waters that it bore, that have long been stilled.
What about these things?
They're just urns.
Anything in them?
You open them up and see an array of trinkets, a few silver and gold pieces. Not much else.
Okay.
I'm getting the vibe that we should probably leave those there.
Well, I'm not a kleptomaniac, so. Time to look at the big one. Big guy. Big thing right here.
All right. Give me investigation or religion, whichever suits your fancy. They'll bore different information. So, you investigate. This woman's features are very haughty, very. She looks very decrepit in her form. She seems to be holding on to this staff, and she has a book in her other hand. Quite fervently, you can see how it's been carved out. That her devotion was a severe part of the depiction. You can also see that her hair is texturized similar to strands of metal rather than actual hair. You can tell that distinction.
Okay. Can I make a religion check now?
If you wish. Alright. With an 18, you can tell that she was one of the forefront priestess of whatever order that she led. You can tell that the way that her symbols are elaborated, the way they're depicted and how well they're crafted, that she was one of the highest in terms of positions. You don't really know what that religion is, but you can assume that it has something to do with this miracle you've heard so much about.
Okay.
Now, DM, when you say that the carving is decrepit, do you mean that she's carved to look decrepit?
Yes.
Or that it's old and worn
She's-
down?
She is carved to look very bony, very
Interesting.
haughty, very
Old.
old. Although you can tell by the way her posture is that she's not suffering any effects of age. She's just like
Looks
of that
aged.
older form.
Very interesting. Are these anything special?
They're just decorative carvings into the wall that depict the warden. and the streams of gold and lacing out of the backdrop, which shows the tomb.
All right.
Can I make a perception check to see if I see anything else in this room?
Sure.
I see.
You don't see
No.
anything else.
Well, I don't see anything else in this room. I don't know
It
if you
might be
guys
that
do.
we need things here for later.
You guys see anything?
No.
Prometheus will just take a quick general look around the room.
Go ahead. You, other than what you've seen so far, you don't see anything else other than this. Well, you all see it on the map. It's just a light, misty fog glistening through the room. It's not enough to obscure anything, not enough to stop you from seeing things, but it's there. It's noticeable.
Interesting.
I suggest we move on, and we can come back to this if we need to.
Okay.
All right. Let me reveal the rest of this room to you.
By the way, I
Alright.
can't see Prometheus's or Rius's. Not Rius.
Roll.
Reese,
Rule.
rule. Can't see
Yeah,
as what.
can't see their health bar.
I think that means they didn't set it as the default token.
No, I have a health
I'll
bar.
check. Relax.
For me, it's Prometheus and Belgrim that don't have it.
How about now?
Oh, that's true. They do. I
Yep.
can't see theirs
Yep.
either.
All right.
Now
Then
for me.
that fix it.
Fascinating. Oh,
Prometheus
those are
isn't.
big skulls.
Make sure to save these as your default tokens after I set them, please.
And another sarcophagus.
All right. Anyone else having trouble with the token? Hello?
No, I don't think so.
I can't see Balgrim's health, but
Yeah.
Here we go.
Okay, let me. Strange price to pay, as I have to refresh my page again for editing tokens.
Alas.
I hope I saved that.
Mr. Balgrim.
And I have to wait 10 seconds
I
for it to
keep
load because I'm
constantly
not a pro
thinking
user.
Balgruff.
Y'all ballin'?
Yeah,
Young ballin'.
just that face of the ooh.
Okay. Yours is visible. Set it as your default, please.
do you just double click and hit save settings?
You go to your character sheet, you hit edit, and you click your token, and it should say update default token or save as default token. It's the blue button.
I see no blue button.
It's use
Alright.
selected token under
Oh,
the
okay.
default token. It is a gray
Mine-
button.
Mine's grayed out. I can't even click it.
That's because you're a dingus.
Tragic.
Damn, Bill. Why'd you have to come so hard for my homie?
Because he's a dingus. There's nothing about it. Unfortunately.
Bill?
Tragedy.
Alright, I'm going to take a look in the room with my eyes.
All right. As you look through the room, you see two massive skulls enamored with these molten gold pinnacles on top, streaming all over the surface, similar to the ones that you saw in the beginning of the tomb, although much bigger, much more detailed.
Right, because that's not fucking ominous
You,
as all get out.
you also notice a large sarcophagus as it spans several of you. In the middle of the room, and at the corner of each of the steps there is a brazier. You can tell as you stand next to it that the flames within are not natural in any way. They remind you similarly of Reese's Smites, radiant flame.
Oh, great. It's the one I'm not
Interesting.
resistant to. Alright, well, how did we wake up the last one?
We walked in.
Well, here we are.
I will investigate one of the big skulls closer.
One of the big skulls? Go
Yeah.
ahead. With a 14, it's... You can tell that it's set up to basically overlook the entire room, and it is very elaborately made, crafted, but it just kind of seems like a giant statue, just kind of there.
Okay, I go investigate this thing. What did you say this thing? Are these just people praying? Is that what it looks like on the picture?
From what you can see, it just looks like cowled figures praying to the central figure.
Is there any sort of inscription or depiction on the sarcophagus?
You can give me investigation to search.
Alright.
Belgrum, as you see it, there is nothing special about the ones in the wall. They kind of are just built to be praying towards the center.
Well, something in that sarcophagus. It's over
With a
here.
10, Reese, you can see that it's very finely crafted, very elaborate details all over the sarcophagus, but you can't see any sort of inscription or detail. What's right in front of you, Belgrum? A door.
There's a door over here, guys.
I think there's doors at every corner, Belgium.
Maybe we should back away from the skulls or the braziers and try to open them.
Which door we want to do first?
Could trigger something.
Yeah, I guess we'll do this door.
The doctor running away from the X-ray machine.
You say you're going into the door?
Yeah, just to peek it, see if we can open it at least.
You grab a hold of it, and it does not budge.
Nope, door locked.
Should we try all of them?
I could unlock it. I was gonna try to unlock it.
That's also possible.
If there's a lock thing even there, if it's one of those ones that, like, pushed open on a thing. Does it seem to have a pickable lock?
It does not seem to have anything on it.
No. Earl puts his thieves' tools down sadly yet again.
Does this one seem to have anything?
It does not.
Alright. Up left.
That one does.
This one's got something.
Ooh. Something we gotta unlock would be a tool? Or...
What has it got?
They all look exactly the same, but this one has a little slot right in the center.
There's a slot. Like how
It looks
people have a
like you
mail
could
slot
probably-
in their door?
No, it looks like a key would normally go into it.
Roll.
Roll will hesitantly approach the Steve's tools.
All right,
Try to
you
pick it.
approach, trying to pick it. Give me a thieves' tools check.
Anyone got guidance?
Wait, let me check.
Actually, before this, he's like, actually, could someone check if there's traps in the thing?
I don't have guidance.
I
I do.
I do not want to.
I will
suddenly
check.
blow up.
For the trap.
Give me investigation. As Prometheus puts guidance onto Rule. Or actually puts it onto you, probably, for your investigation.
No. No, it's for rule.
I think 31 is... You don't see any sort of traps in it. It just kind of seems like a slot in the wall.
There had no trap.
Okay.
And Rule, you have guidance.
I will have guidance. Yeah.
Roll a d4.
Yeah. Oh.
With a 20, you are not able to get the lock open.
No.
Damn.
As your thieves' tools clink inside of the door, but you do not hear it give way.
It's that thing in Skyrim when you start to turn it and it kind of turns.
It's terrible horribleness. Oh, woe is
You gotta
me.
be expert level for it.
Alright, well that's a setback. Well, if there's a lock, then there's got to be a key somewhere.
I am not worthy of a key. I have failed.
Time to go to the next room.
Alright. Don't be so hard on yourself. Oh great, lots of little ones.
Let's see what we see in this room.
As you step in, you see little divots with smaller tombs. They seem about the size of a standard person. Lots of urns to decorate them as well. And at the end of the room, you see 3 large censers. The 2 on the ends seem rather generic and smooth as they leak out these fumes. The one in the center seems to be much more embroidered. And there are 2 large plaques with what look like children carved out in stone at the top.
See if there's any traps.
Give me investigation. You don't seem to see any sort of traps throughout the room.
I don't see any. Another step. Oop, one step too much.
Don't seem to see anything. Nothing triggers when you walk through.
Another step.
Nothing happens. Nothing happens. Although the fumes from the sensors are getting a little noticeable in smell and thickness.
I will now, since I am closer, investigate that big thing more closer.
Alright. Go ahead.
I rolled
Did
it.
you
I
look
got
it over? You got a 15?
Yeah.
Okay. As you look over the sensor, it is very detailed. It shows similar carvings to what you've seen, except a little more. You see people traveling through dust and trees and vines. You see them trudging through, getting cut, getting burned, getting bled. You see them suffering as they're traveling up to this pinnacle point that's emphasized on the sensor. It shows this array of people praying, weeping, praising this central figure, this large spiked tree. And in that tree, you see the boy melded into it, into its bark, overlooking them all. And at the base of that tree stands that woman that you see down below, that statue, with her hands up in worship and devotion towards this tree.
There's that
Alright.
tree again.
Is there anything else
Okay.
that you look at?
I want to investigate this one now.
Go ahead, give me an investigation.
No,
It
1, 2,
just
3.
as you look over it, it just looks like a huge sensor. There's a flame in the center which can be reached through a hatch on the top, similar to the other one as well. But it doesn't have anything of the elaborate carvings that the center one did.
He'll look over this one, and then he'll be like, "Wait a second. Why are these things right here oriented differently than those things?" Is that how that's supposed to be, Shane? Or is that just a
It's
math
just
thing?
smoke. It
Okay.
doesn't.
It's
The little stringy things coming off of the sensors are just smoke. They're
Oh,
just
okay.
visual. They're not pieces of it.
as we're getting closer to the smoke and it's becoming more noticeable and distinct. Is there anything like familiar or recognizable about it, especially for those of us that have been soldiers or might have worked in churches, different things like that?
Give me either a religion or history check.
Those are the same. Fuck.
If you've either been within a church or temple or
Got it,
you fought on the
Prometheus.
battlefield with battle priests.
Go,
Prometheus.
Prometheus, go!
Okay. Reese, you can't really tell
Nope.
anything about it. Belgrum,
Stinks.
you're not so sure. It just kind of smells like smoke. You smelled a lot of smoke. Burning corpses all smell pretty different. This one just seems like its own smell. Who knows? Roll, did you have any justification for trying this roll? Rule?
Bill?
Bill. You say BRB? I didn't see it.
I don't see it.
I haven't seen it, no.
Bill, are you muted? Bill, we can't hear you if you're talking.
Sorry, I
Oh.
was fucking with my headphones. I'm trying to get. I keep trying to get my new headset working.
Ah.
And I was working earlier today, but I don't know what's going on with it. Sorry. What was the question?
Is there any justification for Rule to try a history or religion check about incense as possibly used within a temple or religious proceedings? If you have any, you can make the roll as you see fit.
I mean, he would have definitely gone to a bunch of churches to try to get rid of this, or at least attempt to. So maybe he'd be to get rid of his vampirism. So I guess so. History or religion, both of them are lines too. So
Make whichever one you wish.
he's gonna be less than Prometheus. Somehow better than the other two.
Okay. Well, you've been to plenty of churches, and the aromas have varied widely. So you're not too sure about any sort of significance about this one. Prometheus, you're a war cleric. You've gathered with your allies for various occasions. You've undergone rituals and proceedings with them, which highly ritualistic events. And this smell reminds you of the types of incense that you use to clear your mind of thoughts and troubles, to meditate. And with a 20, you also remember something that it can be used for. Repentance. When you wished for clarity and something for penance, you would often do a ritual with this type of incense.
Okay.
I don't like how uneven that reveal was on the archway. Angered me so.
And then before I do anything else, can I make an investigation to see if there's any like inscriptions on these little plaques?
Well, you don't need to make an investigation as long as you look at it. Under the legs of the child that is hanging off of this plaque, you see writing. This one says in common, and what languages do you know?
Those.
In common and in celestial. You see this wording. The miracle punish thy souls. And that's it. It has common and then celestial under it in the same writing.
The miracle punish thy souls?
Yep.
Well, that's a curse if I've ever heard one.
What are these things?
Which ones? The gray things?
Yeah.
They just look like they're large columns with sections hollowed out in them, filled with urns.
Okay.
Canopic jars, probably. What does the right plaque say?
The right one says, in common and then below it in celestial, the children guide safely thee in penance.
The miracle punish thy souls. The children guide safely thee in penance.
Can I investigate one of these tombs?
Sure.
Caskets.
With a 30, you see that it is elaborate, detailed. It doesn't seem to be holding as much reverence as the large sarcophagus in the center. But you can tell that whoever this was someone probably held in high esteem. Someone who is probably known or... well, that's about all you really need to understand about a religion. Well known and well spoken. They got their own place here via their actions.
Prometheus is gonna kind of sit cross-legged on the ground and just reflect about what this like this whole ordeal the temple has put him through, like with the laser beam blasting him and then him having to pray for forgiveness.
I gotcha. Give me a religion check as you sit there and meditate. Okay. You sit there and you think, Prometheus, about all the things that the temple has done, all the things that the temple has. What's the word? Trialed you through so far. The temple and everything about it so far has been gesturing towards this miracle, this holy existence, this holy phenomenon called the miracle. And you remember as you kneeled in forgiveness and prayer that you felt some sort of approval in your desire to seek out this forgiveness for your transgressions, whatever they may have been. You had stepped forward and in your hubris to advance, you are punished and you ask for forgiveness. It seems that this miracle has been pushing you towards those types of actions. Sort of introspection, understanding, and asking for forgiveness for the things that you've done.
Who were the children, do you think? If they're meant to guide us.
As you look at the carvings of the children, they kind of just seem like regular children. Aside from their heads, they seem to have this kind of mask-ish expression, like they're wearing some sort of little helmet. You can also see that at the bottom of their feet, they got tiny little wings.
Like Hermes. Little Mercury motherfuckers up here.
Anything that anyone else would like to do?
Hmm.
You like to flute the pig? Shut up,
Yeah,
audience.
I will flip the pig.
Can I try to make like an insight check to put something together? I've
Go ahead.
alright.
What is it you're trying to put together?
Clues.
So off everything you've heard so far, you're trying to see if you could.
Yeah,
I
make
see, I see.
connections. Connect the dots.
I
I
gotcha.
connected the 2 dots.
Rule, what would you like to do? I see that you've stepped forward.
It says that the children. The guide say, are the children looking at something? Like, are they facing?
They are facing straight forward. As you stand in front of it, it's just looking right at you.
I would like to make an insight check to see if there's anything I can put together.
All right. Okay. With a 16. As you are, you said that you were sitting cross-legged on the ground, correct?
Yes.
As you did your check from before, as you were kind of taking in what this tomb has been about, and as you brainstorm on what you're doing now, as you open your eyes and you look forward at this sensor, you see Reese standing next to you, studying it as well. You see how the light shines from the sensor, from all of its little cracks and crevices where the smoke comes out, the light of the flame within. You see that there are specific spots all over it that aren't being hit by the light, with how the creases are set up. You also notice on the bottom that there is a... What were they called again? Oh, yes. There's a sigil on the bottom that seems to have or movable parts. So what would you like to do?
I will reach for the sigil and try moving it in any direction I can.
All right. You reach for the sigil and you try moving it. It moves, and you can feel it reach a point of stoppage. But when you let go of it, it just snaps back.
And then I would like to check to see where the lights are not showing on the thing, if there's any specific images or things that aren't being shown.
Okay. As you know where the light's not hitting, you don't need to make the check to see it. You see that everywhere that the lights refrain from touching, there is symbolism for the moon and its own light, just tucked away from the burning orange light from the flame.
And then last question for now. This sigil, is it in a spot of light or is it in a spot of darkness?
It is in a spot of darkness right at the bottom. You would have to be laying on the ground to see. You just know that it's there from what you could see while you were sitting.
I would like to try and move it into a spot of light.
Okay. Give me... Give me an athletics check, as it is actively resisting your pull. Not resisting enough. You're a big man. You pull it, and you can feel it resisting. Like, it is very... Like, as you were pushing it further back into the darkness, it seemed pretty easy, but nothing clicked. But you pull it, and you pull it forward into the light. You see now, as it's now in front of you, that the sigil shows two things. It shows one half bearing the sun and its brightness on the side that you have just pulled to. And then on the other side, it shows the moon and its dark twilight, which you had pulled it away from that direction. As you pull it up, you hear a click as the flames within the sensor glow a little brighter. The sigil flies back to the bottom, and everyone can hear a loud burst of flame. Not like it exploded, but like a flame was fed coming from the sarcophagus room.
Prometheus will go and investigate.
I'll go with you. You're not going alone.
As you walk in, you see that the braziers are a little brighter, and in the hands of each of the statues, there is now a very gentle flame burning.
Maybe there's more of those sigils on the other sensors.
I will go and investigate the top right sensor and see if there's any sigils.
I'll go look at the top left.
As you know where it is, you just lay down on the ground and peek. There's no sigils.
Interesting.
Give me an insight check, Prometheus.
Come on, Chromie.
It's not that hard of a DC with everything else you've done so far. As you're laying on the ground to look up to see if this sigil is present, it clicks in you a little bit. The posture that you're doing in order to see these sigils would be as if someone was groveling for forgiveness.
Say it, Bill.
Power word grovel.
Grovel.
So Prometheus will go stand in front of this one and he will grovel.
Alright. You are groveling. The floor is cold, but you feel a slight warmth over your back as the smoke from the sensors is lingering through the room. Alright, Roll, I noticed that you moved. Is there something that you would like to do?
He wants to try to grovel at the statue. Oh, I just
Off it goes. That's one way to grovel.
guys,
Second,
you're
it
out,
just into the
Roll.
screaming void.
now I can't fucking select my own character. Wonderful.
Huh?
There we go. I just was unable to drag my character back up. Anyway, yes, as I was saying, I'm groveling in front of the statue. Does that do anything?
Nothing. But as you're closer to the statue, you notice that the flame has something in its center. the flame in its hand.
Well, it was a stick of some sort. Yeah, he has a crowbar. He's gonna try to reach with his crowbar and kind of take out, just with the hook, just sort of drag the thing out of the fire.
All right. As you get closer to it, you notice that there's no heat coming off of it. But as you reach your crowbar into this flame, your crowbar melts and dissolves.
Oh no.
Anyone got mage hand?
No.
You grovel to the child. Prometheus, give me a perception check as you grovel to the child. You notice that right under the low of its back, where it starts to, quote unquote, mesh with the plaque, as they're both built out of stone, and it is built out of the stone, you see the symbol of the moon. Same one that was on the sigil.
All right. What do we do with those? Cast a spell on them?
I'm not certain.
Maybe cover them so the light doesn't hit them?
You can try that.
I'll try covering just with my hand to start.
You cover the symbol. Nothing seems to happen.
Well, that didn't work.
Wait a minute. You said the sigil was it had the sun and the moon on it, right?
Mm-hmm. And when you pulled it forward to yourself, to the light, the sun was on top and the moon was on the bottom. When you were messing with it before, you pushed it inwards, as if the sun goes further down and the moon goes up.
Is there any way I can position it to where it eclipses, where the moon is on the dark and the sun is on in the light?
You can give me an investigation check to see if there's a way to slot the sigil that way. You're not sure. The way that the sigil is elaborated into this sensor, you wouldn't be sure.
What are we not sure
Belgrum.
about? What are we not sure about? Anyone over here?
I wonder what he's here to do.
Someone
Would
confused
you
about something?
possibly like to investigate?
Oh yeah, sure, I can do that. I suddenly got like really good at this. Watching you guys do the puzzle and not realizing that there can't be two suns, it gave me an epiphany, and suddenly I'm good at investigation.
Good for us.
With a 23, you don't see a spot where that could be true. It's either they're both in darkness or they're both in light. But you do think about the light being provided by the sensors. And when you were looking over them, Belgrim, you remember that they're just flames.
Well, I relay all that.
So we should just douse them.
Prometheus will douse the flames.
Alright. You open up the hatch on this middle sensor, and you douse the flame. The flame sputters out. But you notice that it's giving off a glow still. Not like that of ashes or ambers, but a dark bluish glow.
Like the moon.
Yes, like the moon.
I will push the sigil further into the way the darkness was. Like, I'll push it down, I guess.
You push it down, and you hear it click as it grabs hold. And you see as the light in the other two sensors fades. Strangely enough, the incense smoke does not cease coming out of them, as if the flame was still there. And you hear clicking as the chains holding this sensor up slowly rescind into the ceiling, as it lifts well above your head level, and the wall parts.
Oh,
Oh my god.
Do you walk in?
I will let somebody investigate that. Make sure it's not trapped. Well, I'll just do it.
It
Make
is
sure
a
it's safe.
sharp incline, so you cannot see anything beyond that.
oi! Roll, get in here.
He's still groveling at the.
Get up.
We need someone to investigate
Come on, samurai.
a sharp incline.
I'm not the samurai. Someone else is the samurai.
It's me.
I think it's Belgium, the samurai.
Alright. So what are you doing?
I guess I'm investigating because they want me to investigate. Even though I have a -2. No. Stop asking me to do this.
Prometheus
You don't see
will
anything.
take the plunge.
You plunge in, and nothing blows you up or burns you. As you step up this incline, and you are brought to a room.
Love a good
The
room.
room,
A river
Full
room.
of rats?
A river room with rats.
and rats make you crazy. The room has a very soft silk rug laying on the ground, and at the edge of it, there is a large statue. A winged boy with a head enamored with melted gold. And all around him are smaller versions
There's the
sitting
little children.
around him in audience.
Prometheus will try this for a third time. He will grovel before the many children.
Alright? As you
Belgium is checking
grovel,
it out.
before the statue. You say Belgium's checking it out? What are you looking at? Just the statue?
Yeah,
You
and the
see
features around it.
see that the statue holding in its hand is a sort of instrument similar to Jibrail's, his brass wrapped around his arms. But instead, it looks almost as if it's designed to be a conducting rod as well. Prometheus, when you bow to it, you hear a voice start to echo from the walls around you. You all hear it. Those in triumph and penance, I ask of thee, find my brothers of moonlight, scattered and imprisoned throughout this temple of grace. And you hear nothing else.
Right. Can you like point us in their direction, or do we just have to look?
You hear no response.
Right.
What do you do?
Does
What are
it look
these
like
things?
there's pieces missing of things in here that need to be returned?
You see that there are spaces for about 4 more of the little followers all around him.
Alright, so we have to go find the little twats. Hello? Children? Come out, wherever you are. That felt really creepy once I said it.
Alright, Rule. You are back at that statue.
He's
It-
just going to try to reach into the fire.
You reach in as this flame had so previously melted your crowbar.
Mhm.
And as your hand plunges in, you feel no heat, you feel no pain, but you feel something wrapped around your, or not wrapped around, but wrapped in your fist.
We'll take it out.
It's a key.
Ooh.
As that flame disperses and the statue is no longer holding anything.
Is there anything in this statue?
Nope.
Okay.
We'll try to unlock the door.
Unlock that door.
He will whisper as he puts the key in, try to twist. I have defeated your door. My shame has been redeemed.
Alright, you open it up. The door, when you put the key in, the door just melts away and gets pulled upwards into its frame, and it takes the key with it.
Alright. Very nice. Shut up.
Trap investigation.
You don't see anything. You don't see any sort of traps.
What about this book?
Quit talking about your past grievances in my tomb of grievances. Anyway, so as you walk in, you see this candelabrum sitting on this table. There's 5 slots, but only 3 of them hold candles burning bright. There are flowers all adorned in front of it, as if placing flowers to mourn. These same flowers are over here on this pedestal by this tomb. And you see that the tomb is opened up to a verse. You see that it is written in both common and celestial. Same way that the other translation was. But you see this. Under the grievous and sorrowful miracle, the sins of the heart are laid bare, and the failure of the soul are called in repentance. Our hearts lament at the loss gifted by our holy miracle, but it shall serve to greater guidance and to the enlightenment of radiance. Over in the corner, you see what looks like a gated pit of this very bright, very violent flame.
Hmm.
There are several more verses within, but it seems that it was opened up on this one. The rest of them just seem to be speaking about religious orders and sacraments and etiquette, things of that nature. With a passing glance, at least. What do you do?
Who can light those other candles?
There are no candles there. They're empty.
Oh, there's spaces? Oh, okay.
Yes, they're empty spaces.
What's over here?
That is that pit, that gated pit of very violent, bright flame. As you get closer to it, Belgrim, you can feel. Yeah, you can't walk away like you're gonna avoid something, but you can feel a hunger gnawing from beyond those gates and from within yourself. A hunger for sacrifice.
Interesting. All right, come here, Prometheus.
Yes.
I'm gonna sacrifice you.
I pick up Bagram and throw him in the fire.
You can squeeze them through
But
that grate.
Yeah, but no, honestly, it's gonna be. But we just the wrong two people because we're both like, I'm fat and you're tall.
Prometheus will pick up a flower and then come and toss it in.
As you toss the flower in, the flame dissolves it, and its essence is pulled into the center. But you feel empty afterwards. Goodbye, flower.
Prometheus has gained depression.
Give me an insight check on that feeling. With a 10. Prometheus, that empty feeling that you felt, you feel guilty. As if you just condemned something that was not yours. And you feel wrong for it. me give you that verse in the chat as well. Okay. Two people are BRB. Belgrim and Prometheus. Is there anything else that you would like to do?
What happens if I move a candle? Am I able to pick one up?
You are able to pick it up, but the light gets snuffed out when you do.
Okay, I put it in to the right.
Put in that one.
Yeah.
All right. You put it into that one, and it doesn't relight. Just sits there.
So now I put it in the left one.
Nothing happens.
Okay, I put it back in the middle.
It relights.
Okay, I take the far right and put it in the left.
So you take this one and put it in this one, or you switch the places?
No.
In there?
Yep, right there. Yep.
Nothing happens.
Okay, then I put it in the right.
Nothing happens. Give me a insight check.
Nah, I want to brute force this, man. Run through every single combination.
You notice that these two empty ones, they're kind of set differently and much less elaborately than the other three. You kind of feel like they're just there for decoration. They don't serve any sort of actual purpose.
Alright, what's this
And
door?
investigate it. That is a big door. Similar to the one that you saw in front of the warden's chamber. It's a large door with no handles.
Prometheus will pull out a holy symbol he has and hesitantly toss it into the fire as repentance for throwing the flower in there.
You say one of your holy symbols?
Yes.
Alright. This holy symbol, the one that you hold dear to yourself, it represents your order, represents your efforts towards war and the enlightenment of battle. You drop it in, and you see the flames snap at it greedily and consume it. And you feel a weight lifted off your shoulders. You feel like you have opened yourself up. This burden laying on you was cleared up. And you no longer feel that hungriness from the flame or yourself.
Some unforeseen circumstances have left up that I'm going to need to hit on, unfortunately.
I didn't really hear that. I heard laptop.
I did not say laptop. Fucking words. Some unforeseen circumstances have popped up, and I cannot continue, unfortunately.
Oh, you said popped up.
Yes.
Okay.
So
That is unfortunate. But I hope whatever it is not bad.
No, it's not bad. It's just annoying.
Okay. Well, I hope you get through it without much trouble.
Yeah, I just have to pick some up from the airport.
and I thank you for playing as far as you did.
I wish I could play 5. I think I still have
Okay.
Ah, man, if only there was some audience member who could, like, be chosen right now. Like, we could go in the audience and be like, does anyone in the audience want to play? Take over. We gotta, what's, the Price is Right this. Pick someone from the audience.
I don't know about that. I don't think he wants to. Yeah, he is. He's a big sleepy man. He has been audience for Dungeon full of puzzles so far, and he said no thanks. Being Stellaris Goon right now, the Fractaline Technocracy at its work.
Yo.
Welcome back. Bill had to leave due to some shenanigans.
Not shenanigans.
Shenanigans do be tragic.
They do.
Anyway, as you're back, of course you've enslaved people. So the candelabrum, these candles only activate, like they turn, or their flames disperse when they're taken out of their slots, and they only light in the slots that they're in. These two seem decorative. No further things about the candelabrum have been viewed. Prometheus sacrificed his holy symbol, a representation of his order, into this hungering flame, and he feels a burden lifted off of him, and he does not feel that hunger anymore. And he feels as if he had repented for sacrificing the flower that was not his.
I see. Have we looked at the desk? That's where the verse was, right?
He read the verse, but he only did a passing glance over the rest of the book, and there's nothing else about the podium other than the 2 flowers additionally on it.
Did he look at the flowers?
They seem like
The
just
same as those?
flowers. Yep.
What
Flowers
did you say about
placed
this
in
door,
grief.
though?
It is a large, elaborately carved golden door, but there's no way to open it from what you can see. It seems like it would have to be opened by some mechanism or magical force.
Okay, I pull out all 3 candles.
You pull out all 3 candles. Okay. As you pull them out, their flames disperse, and there is no more flame. Give me a perception check. With a 14, you don't notice anything out of the ordinary. But you now have 3 unlit candles in your hands, and a very sad-looking candelabrum.
Okay, I put the middle candle in the left candle in the middle, and then keep the right one where it is.
Okay? So this one's in this one,
Yep.
and this one's the
Left in
same.
the middle, that one's the same.
Okay. They don't relight.
Okay, now I switch the right to the middle.
Alright. They don't relight. They're all not lighted anymore.
Okay, middle to the back to middle, and then the right still or back to the left. I mean.
So you put them back in their original positions.
No, opposite. Left and right are opposite.
Okay. So the middle's back in the middle. It lights again, and then the other 2 are not lit.
Did we ever check out this door over here? Is that one also?
That?
Yeah.
He looked at it, and it's a large, elaborate golden door, but it has no means of opening it from what you can see.
Oh no, I meant the one over here. On the other side of the sarcophagus room, top right. If we're in the top left room, the top right door.
Oh, this one?
Yes.
I mean, when you guys were looking for a keyhole, you
see.
checked
We
that one, and
looked
there
at
was
it. Okay.
nothing.
That's what I wanted to know.
Interesting.
Prometheus will investigate the book before him, see if there's like any words that stick out or any bookmarks in it.
Okay, give me a religion check as you go through this tome of verses. You look through and you see all the nuances in their writing, but it just barely escapes you. Like it doesn't any sort of connection that you might make through their verses and their descriptions, you can't really see anything like significant. Not like the verse that was open to you already.
And did we investigate what these were?
They're the same as the ones that were in here. They're hollowed out areas with room for like items. They have just random trinkets and clothing and
So the
display.
unlit dark spots on the candelabrum, there are candles in there, but they're not lit, right?
No, there's no candles,
There's no candles.
And they seem to be built differently than the other three,
Okay.
as if they were there kind of to be for decoration.
And
They
not
can barely
used.
even fit a candle in it.
Okay. I wonder if should we try to light the candles in the fire?
You can try.
Which one would you like me to try in case it consumes it?
I don't think it matters.
Alright, I'll take the middle one.
Okay.
All right. You take the middle one.
Try not like giving it fully to the flame, but just using the fire to light the candle and see if it'll light off of the candelabrum.
All right. As you hold it up, give me a... Shut up, audience. Give me a athletics check as you are leaning this candle in, as you feel it try to pull on that candle, try to rip it out of your grasp.
29.
29. You resist, and you're able to pull your hand away as that flame was whisking forward to try to grab a hold of it.
Did the candle light?
No.
No. Damn.
And it was lit before you grabbed it. And then when you picked it up, it was unlit.
Right. I knew it would be unlit when I took it out of the thing. I was trying to see if putting it in, because it's a different kind of fire. The enlightenment of radiance. I'll go put it back. Maybe it has to be radiant flame.
All I know about this thing is I felt better when I threw something personal in it, so...
Well, yes, but hadn't you also transgressed before?
Yes, he did. Which that was lifted off of him as well. But he no longer feels the hunger when he approaches it that Pilgrim felt and that you felt when you approached.
What if you try to light it? Maybe the flames will listen to you.
As Reese has the candle out and Belgrim is still staring at the candelabrum, give me another perception check. Okay, with a 17, you see a symbol on the bottom where the base of the candle would sit.
Oi, what's
It
this?
shows the moon.
The moon. I see a symbol of the moon.
Are these supposed to go in the senses? This place is confusing. Where else have we seen the symbol of the moon so far? I know it's been a couple of places.
There was one behind the child, beside the scent lantern thing.
Yeah.
But I think that was pretty much it for in this part of the tomb.
Pick up the other candles and look. Do they all have this symbol of the moon?
Nope. The one on the left shows dusk, and the one on the right shows dawn.
Well, and it should be dusk, moon, dawn, I would imagine.
It was in that order when you picked them up.
God damn it.
You also see the symbols on the candles on the bottom. It seems that they only light when they're in their
They're
specific
the correct
spot.
ones, yeah. I'm lost. Can I make another insight check to see if I can put the clues together? Another what does it
Sure.
mean insight check.
Do
You're
these
not too
statues,
sure.
do
So
they
sad.
have symbols like that? A dusk, dawn?
You've noticed throughout the whole tomb, especially on the first floor, that you've seen a lot of things about the dawn being linked to this woman. And, well, not much else in terms of significance. These statues have no sort of symbols on them about dusk, dawn, or moonlight.
Prometheus will ask Reese if she felt a hunger near the fire, just so that he can confirm something.
I mean, yeah, a little bit.
Well, in addition to feeling better from my transgressions, I no longer have that hunger. So maybe if y'all sacrifice something close to you.
I have nothing
Alright.
personal.
Go into my inventory.
Nothing personnel, kid.
This would... it's something standard from the soldier background, but being a conquest paladin, the trophy taken from a fallen enemy would probably be even more significant for me.
Well, if that's what you want to try.
Yeah. I'll say for special significance that this trophy, it was probably the first person I ever killed.
Gotcha. You toss it inside.
Yep.
You toss it within, and you feel that gnawing hunger fade away from you, that burden lifted from you. You feel light, as in weightless, as if you've been freed up, as this flame scarfs down your trophy.
Well, that's strange. Weightless.
Coincidentally, Belgrum will see Reese do that, and then also throw his trophy in there.
What's your trophy?
Heyo.
I really don't know. I didn't think about this.
I thought about it just
What
now
would
and decided what it
Belgrum-
was in the moment, so...
What would Belgrum be proud of?
He would be proud of, you know, I don't know what he would take because he just wants to make people scared.
What can you take from someone and they can still survive it?
All 5 of their fingers.
You got it on a necklace.
Yep, there you go, right there. So they can never, or you know what? All 10 of their fingers, so they can never face him again, but they'll always know that he's still there. Every time they go to use their hands, they'll think of him.
The soiled breeches of a terrified elf. He's a dwarf, it checks out.
But yeah, I'd say it'd be like the 10 finger thing. Just the bracelet
All right.
that he's had magically, what's it called?
Taxidermy.
Yeah, like that. Yeah, so that it's not rotting.
Okay. So you toss that in, and you can feel the burdens lifted from your shoulders. As this flame laps it up and consumes it, dissolves it. You no longer feel this weight on you. You feel hollow but relieved.
Okay.
An interesting sensation.
All right. Due to his absence, Rule's going to complain about a headache, and he's going to step out here and keep watch.
Valid.
Which really sucks, because it's a dungeon. I kind of
Yeah, it's kind of everything's tethered
ratinged
to
it. Yeah.
4 people
Yeah.
and not a party of 3.
That is tragic.
Unlucky.
Fuck. Yeah, this is gonna be something. And you can't pause recording with your setting, can you?
I think I can now, yeah.
Okay. If it lets you pause the recording, we're gonna have to take a 10-minute break as I fix this challenge rating
You can
stuff.
pause.
Okay. Yeah. Let me fix the challenge rating and difficulty.
Ooh, let me
Yeah.
go see if Marcel's.
Woo, let's go.
All right. You good? It started?
Yep.
All right. So, after a much longer than 15-minute break, as a lot of things had to be changed, we've come to a different pass. As the temporal rift opens up and Rule gets sucked away, we're left with the one and only Sildar Allwinter, a throwback to the Minds of Phandelver campaign, where he was just an NPC. I instead deemed to make him the chattiest of chads with a big old shield. And he has taken Rule's place as my quote-unquote stand-in fighter to keep their numbers up for the CR ratings made for them ahead. So, as that has been dealt with, and Sildar has now replaced Rule for at least today, the party had done their passage of this puzzle. They had all sacrificed something dear to them, something that meant something to their hearts, into the flame, and it had opened up the way. As the doors melt into liquid gold and are rescinded into their door frame, the way is open to you now.
Woo. Let's go.
Yippee! Can I make an investigation check on the room?
Yes, you can. '20. You don't see anything in your general vicinity,
Are these
and the
walls?
room layout looks like no. Thus, you see way above you on the rafters, about 25 feet up, actually about 30 feet up, one would say. You see these metal supports just hanging from the ceiling, which is odd because they don't really seem to be supporting anything. They almost look like some sort of... They just look like rods sticking out of the wall. They don't really seem to be serving much purpose other than that. Like, at least with rafters that are connecting things and connecting columns. But these are just hanging there. You also see these pedestals about 10 feet tall sitting up against the wall. You see these two statues sitting, frozen. I know that they're on the wraparound, but whatever. But there doesn't seem to be anything odd about the room. No traps.
I'm going to look at the statue.
You look at the statues. Okay, who be scratching their mic?
Not me.
Anyway, you take a look at the statues. They seem to be enamored with bronze and gold plating. They seem to just be in the form of a regular knight.
All right.
They are quite large, though, as they take up much more space.
That figures.
Alright, come on out, Encounter. I know you're in here.
I wonder where he got that sort of idea. As you step there, Belgrim,
Yeah.
you feel the air around you get fizzy, spicy. Give me an intelligence check.
Why is it
Arcana.
spicy?
Oh no.
With a 3, you're not sure what it is. But up in this corner, you watch as this electric pulse emanates out of the air. And you watch as a gold-clad woman in a large cape materializes with an elegant bow hanging from her fingers.
Alright, guys, I'm fighting for her now.
Let me get the music. As this woman floats there, you watch as large golden arrows materialize floating around her as she just points her finger to you in challenge. Now roll me initiative.
All right then, let's go. In it. What's your dex?
Uh,
Pretty sure it's already
+1.
Oh, okay.
calculated.
So it's like a 12, 13?
Yeah, 12.
Okay. Oh, okay, that's the amount of thetas. That's how she has 24 dex. I was like, ow. That makes sense.
All right. Everyone has rolled. Sending. Here we go. All right. Belgrim, you are first.
I will go up to her.
She is flying up in the air.
Never mind.
She is about 30 feet up.
I will shoot her with my long crossbow then. Or light crossbow. I don't know if I said long or light.
You're doing what?
I'm shooting her with my light crossbow.
Alright. That misses.
I can't shoot again, right? Because I have to reload.
If you don't have crossbow expert, that is correct.
She pointed at me like in challenge, right?
She pointed at all of you in challenge. It's kind of just a general gesture to point.
Oh, okay. And then Belgun would say back, "You're challenging, but you're kind of being a pussy right now."
Is that your turn?
Yes.
Wow.
Can't really do anything. I don't really have anything.
No, I respect it.
I don't have
All
flight.
right.
I'm
Well,
like,
if she's flying, I don't think I have any way of. Yep, I do not have anything for flight. That's okay. I'm gonna stick with my initial plan. Move up, put her in my aura. Cast my spiritual weapon of a fire elemental right on her. Big ol' McQuack. Hello. Pleased to do a cast.
Let me do this. I'm going to copy my template for NPCs. Give that template to you. There. Now you should be able to drag it out as you wish.
Cool.
You put it next to her, correct?
Yes. That's weird. Okay, thank you for finally loading my sheet. Roll 20. And yet, you still won't cast my spell. I'm gonna refresh roll 20 real quick. That's wild. Roll 20, you wildin'. Spiritual weapon.
on jaw, just like that.
Anja, just like that. Hello? What the fuck? Let me try something else. Okay, that cast. Spiritual weapon is not casting. I don't know
You
why.
just have the damage for spiritual weapon in your regular attacks area on your core sheet instead of the spell cast.
Was it asking
No,
you what
it's
level to
blank.
cast it at? Maybe?
No. What the fuck happened to my spells? It has that in there.
Go back to your core real quick. Let me see it. Spiritual weapon's right there.
Yeah, see how it's blank? It doesn't have a save or an attack bonus or any damage listed.
It does if you go up.
What the fuck? I hate this place.
Looks like all your stuff doubled.
Doubled. That's really weird.
It happened the same with mine with my light crossbow. It didn't put more light crossbows for no reason.
Alright. So a 32 will hit. As you do 9 damage. And you see that when the weapon strikes out at the Amanacida, there is a shimmering crystal aura around her that intercepts the attack.
Shield.
It does look like some sort of shield.
God damn this bitch. Well, I'm gonna use my action to produce flame at her anyway, because that's a cantrip, so. Jesus Christ, it's not casting on there either. That's fucking stupid. Yeah, that doesn't hit.
15 does not hit.
That's my turn.
Alright. Prometheus.
I will waddle up here,
Gotcha.
and then I will use a guiding bolt.
Fire away.
I clicked it.
Well, for you, it might be asking what level you want to cast it at.
Oh, yeah, it is.
Good. Mine was not.
21 will hit.
And then for my bonus action, I will also cast spiritual weapon.
Nice.
Alright, what's your spiritual weapon?
Do not think this far ahead.
When you imagine a weapon that embodies your spiritual desire for combat, what do you think of?
Just I would just say the same thing as I'm wielding a glaive or something. Just a physical weapon.
Glaive. I see, I see. In that case, I will drag out the PNG of Fury Fall.
Oh, no script, but furry fall.
Shut up! That is not the same. You can control it now. You can move it as your whims.
Okay.
That will hit. Dealing 7 force damage.
And that'll
That
be
your
my
turn?
turn. Yep.
Alright. The Amonathita's turn. She will draw her bow backwards, and you'll see 3 of those arrows float down into her string as she uses Golden Arrow on the 3 of you all at once.
Oh, great.
Does a 31 hit you all?
Yeah.
I believe so.
And she does it again.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wait, is she using that on all 3 of us? Is that counted as
Yes.
one? Okay, then I'm gonna use a lucky point to make her re-roll that second one.
Gotcha.
Not that it matters.
It's just the hit. You still
Yeah.
take the damage of the first one.
I was
Or the
just about to
second
say. Now it's more damage.
And then she'll do it again.
Yeah, it's. God damn.
Ouchie.
God damn. That was almost half my health in 3 hits.
As she will float this way, still up by the rafters.
Hey, Shane.
Yes.
Is there someone missing from initiative?
Perhaps. He's got no dex. He would be near the bottom. Get in here somewhere.
That doesn't mean anything.
He'd be at the bottom.
Okay, yeah. Now he can. He could have got really good, and then now he had the very bottom.
You don't get to roll anything, audience. Silence. Alright. That was her turn. Everyone give me an insight check.
I would love to.
10.
18.
18. 27. Prometheus and Reese. You notice that she's abusing the fact that you guys are all clumped up, and she's abusing her range. However, she's floating awfully close to those rafter beams. And with that, as we come across someone else's turn, as the golems animate.
Yep.
This one is going to step forward. This one is going to step forward. The one on the right shall use slow.
Oh,
Oh, that's the GM, my bad. All
Plus
four of you
4.
must make wisdom saves.
Or plus 5, sorry. My charisma is at 20 now, plus 5. God damn it!
Reese is slowed. Prometheus is
By
not.
1!
Belgrim is not.
An
Sildar
attack
is
roll.
slowed.
Damn.
How the hell do I get it to show his name in the box? There it is. Snailed.
Which
Snailed.
one casted it? That one?
The one with the blue emblem on. The other one is going to swing at Sildar twice. Womp, womp. So my rollers, eh?
Fuck a plus 10. Good God.
Okay. So they both hit. I'm pretty sure Sildar has... Let's see. Nah, he doesn't have anything for this. But he will hit him with a brace. When he walked up. Nice.
Oh, because he walked up before he cast slow.
Yes, he did.
Okay.
So that will do 22 damage. And Sildar will take that damage. Alright. That's the golem's turn. Sildar. He's a slowed boy. But he's going to swing. After moving this way, he's going to swing at this golem. Whack. Not the superiority die, just a regular attack. Alright. That's his turn.
Belgum will walk over here. And he will use his fighting spirit.
Hooah.
For all get advantage.
Nice.
And then he will attack 1, 2, and then forgo the advantage on the third to attack 2 more. So, rapid strike.
Alright. So that's all your hits.
Yup.
23, 34, 46. As you rip a solid chunk out of that golem.
Mm-hmm. And he needs to make his constitution save.
Alright. Actually, I don't think the golems actually concentrate on it. Let me check.
I mean, it looks. It cast a spell, didn't it?
It's an ability, tragically. Hold on, let me see. Hmm. Yeah, it's not a spell, it's just their ability. Because if they recharge it, they could cast it again with no other effect. So it doesn't have concentration or anything like that.
Damn, that's pretty broken.
And it's pretty strong. It's kind of what gets them up there in CR. They don't really do anything significant other than slow. It's piles of health. Alright, is that the end of your turn?
Well, no, because you have to kill it for it to end. I will axe surge
Nice.
and swing at it.
Alright.
1, 2,
Yes.
and
Donk.
then for go advantage. Right.
I think you can only do that once a turn.
Yeah, you can do so more, no more than once per turn.
And well, you hit him with all of them. So 37, 47, 51 damage. As you rip another solid chunk out of this golem. Alright, is that your turn? Yeah, Sildar was supposed to make a wisdom save as well.
Mm.
He passed. Alright, I will take that as the end of your turn.
Yes.
Alright. Reese.
I don't like being slowed, so for the first time, I'm able to use this because I've been incapacitated every other fucking time.
Hee.
I am no longer slowed. Oh, didn't like that. Alright, and with my bonus action, 5, 10, 15, 20. Get whacked, bitch. There's my sheet. Jesus Christ.
Where are you going?
You move the spirit
I
weapon.
did.
Oh,
Alright. 15 will miss.
Alright, and then I'm gonna move over here. Just enough to keep people in my aura, but to try and...
remembered something about the rafters that she's next to.
Fuck, that's still within 10 feet. If I'm over there... Yeah, poor Sildar, but, you know... Okay, that's my action, it's my bonus action, and there's my movements. There's my turn.
Golem's gonna punch you.
That's fair, yes. That
He
misses.
failed. Alright. As her legendary action, Yamanathed is going to take a shot at you, Reese.
Go ahead. Yeah, that hits. 30. Damn. But hey, I made sure it was just me. Ow.
Prometheus.
I am going to come down to here. Yeah. And I'm going to wallop it.
Yeah, you hit with the second and third one for 27 damage.
And then with my bonus action, I am going to attack. I'm going to move my spiritual weapon and attack again with it.
All right.
That's you.
That hits. 11 damage. You see cracks forming on that crystalline shield.
Okay. And that'll be my turn.
Alright. Now let's see Amonathita's turn. She's going to fly back here. Let's see. 9.
Our audience is gone.
Oh
Damn
no.
it, Pyro.
And she lines up this. So it's going to hit the two of you and the golem. Can you see the measurement?
Yes.
Yeah.
Alright. I'd say Reese isn't in
I was
that.
about to say.
That's why I said the two of you.
Oh, I just assumed it was also him down
No.
here.
But as she fires that lightning bolt,
The deck save? +5.
yes.
Finally! $17. Damn, just misses.
The golem has advantage on this because golem
Oh,
doesn't matter. And we'll take that 28 damage.
Oh, goddamn. I have forgotten to do Scornful Rebuke every time. Give her 5 psychic damage.
What is Scornful Review?
That.
Ah. To
Doesn't
5 psychic damage.
Yep, that's my charisma modifier, charisma of 20. It doesn't
That for
specify
every
melee.
time she hits you?
Every
Yeah.
time I get hit with an attack.
You've been hit with 4 attacks.
Yes. 20.
Alright.
If you didn't want to count those, I would also respect it, because I forgot, so.
Nah, that's fine. I got it. Alright. And then with her bonus action, you're going to watch as she fires straight up into the air. And the arrows vanish. And then they reappear in spots around you.
From out of the rafters.
No, not out of the rafters. They
Okay.
just appeared from the ceiling. As one lands right here. One lands right here. And one lands over here.
Oh, these bitches are gonna explode.
That is her turn. The golems. This one's going to give you some good punchies there, Belgrim. Wow, wow.
We roll to quit. Misses. Both of those miss.
That one over there is going to use its slow. Wisdom saves.
Indomitable.
He's still in it.
Is that me
Wait,
too?
no, I didn't need to use Indomitable. Never mind.
Is that
I passed
everybody or
first.
just...
Yep, it's everybody.
Yes!
Alright. Sildar, being free from his ensnarement, he's going to give this thing... Oh no, I accidentally X'd out a sheet. Wake up, Sildar. He's going to use... Let's see. Going to use his bonus action to use Rally. So... Prometheus, give yourself a d12 plus 1. Temporary hit points. Nice. Then he's going to mollywop this thing.
Do it.
2 times. Actually, 3 times. He already
Yeah, I
used
was
his
about to say,
bonus action.
why only 2?
He was going to use Commander's Strike, but needs his bonus action for that.
Oh,
So,
okay.
whack. Hits. We'll say that he uses Distracting Strike. We got. So now he is distracted. Then he'll just make 2 regular attacks. Alright, so that's 22, 30, 44 damage. Right, that is his turn. Belgrim.
I shall attack the golem in front of me. Wow.
That hits.
Wow.
That hits.
Wow.
That hits. So 31, 41 damage.
And that is all.
Alright, it seems to barely be standing. Reese.
Does it look like this bitch is tethered to the rafters?
No.
No?
Just seems to be floating around him.
Hmm.
You can probably hit the raptors, cause them to come down and hit her.
Well, that was my next question. Is she near them or directly underneath them?
He's floating as if you're standing on the rafters, you'd be standing next to her. They're 30 feet up. She's 30 feet up.
Okay, so she's next to the rafters. That's what I thought.
Yes.
But she is within 30 feet of me from here.
Yep.
Perfect. Scoop. Nope. Hold on. There. Yes. Because we're 15 feet apart. But since my aura is 30 feet, I know that all of them are within a 30-foot range of me. And I'm going to cast Destructive Wave. And I
Very
choose her and both the gold. God. Gotta figure out what is up with my fucking sheet. Because I can't cast from the spell page, apparently. I'm gonna
Radiant or
say...
Necrotic.
Has she used either damage type?
She's blasted you with lightning.
I'm gonna say necrotic. That was my
Alright.
first instinct, so I'm gonna go with necrotic.
what do you do for your destructive wave? If you wanted to narrate that as I roll these.
I'm gonna take up my new longsword of certain death, and it's the spin attack from Zelda Twilight Princess. It's where you charge up and you do the spin attack, and he goes yeah, and then the magic wave busts out in a circle. It's Link's magic spin attack.
All right. The golems have magic resistance, so they have advantage. Only one of them passes.
Unlucky.
The
Which
Monotheta.
one?
The one on the right. This one passed. This one failed. I did left and right.
The 8 radiant does not count. That's only with weapon attacks.
So, everything failed it, other than that one golem.
Mm-hmm.
So that is
Oh,
40,
there's also this.
38 damage.
So I need a...
They're knocked prone.
Yeah.
Alright. This thing falls over as it takes 38 damage. This one is destroyed.
Nice.
As you watch it crumble into a pile of bronze, then just sizzle away. And the Monotheta gets shunted downwards. So it's every 10 feet, so d6. So it also takes 9 bludgeoning damage. You notice that the necrotic does not do very much to her.
Cool.
Not as much.
But I'm gonna get up on her.
So that's 19 plus 9. So 28 plus 9, 37.
Then the spiritual weapon can only move 20 feet, so it's still 10 feet in the air.
Okay.
But I'm right on her, so if she starts to lift up again, I should get an attack.
Alright. Prometheus.
I am going to use my action to cure wounds myself.
Gotcha.
You're so valid for that.
10 HP.
And I'm contemplating very hard on whether I should use my bonus action to... Yeah, I'll just use my bonus action to second wind.
Alright. The heal phase.
Yeah, if you're hurting bad, get yourself back up.
Nice. 21.
And that'll be my turn.
Gotcha. Monotheta shall stand up. Let's see what she wants to do. She's going to try to fly up and past you. So go ahead and take your swing.
Oh, I sure will. That radiant will count, because it's a melee weapon.
Yep. As you hit her, you watch as that shield breaks. That crystalline shield.
Nice.
And shatters. That's 15. So that much damage bleeds through. And she will fly this way. Up 10 feet. Or up 20 feet.
She has a 60-foot fly speed?
Yes.
Damn.
She fast. And she will use... Actually... She will use Flurry of Arrows. Let's see. Cone. No, she won't use it if she can't hit all of you. She'll fire 1 golden arrow at Reese, 1 at Belgrim, 1 at Sildar.
Oh yeah, that'll hit. 33. God damn.
So, do we all take those every one instance
No.
of that damage?
Each individual shot was at each one of you. You're not close enough to each other.
Oh, but the first one was.
First one's on Reese, second one's on you.
No, I'm talking
third
about
one's
the
on
first
Sildar.
time she did it. You
Yeah,
all
the
were-
first
Yeah,
time.
because we were within
yes.
10 feet.
You were clustered up.
So, second one's on me.
Yes. Alright. The golem shall stand. Let's see. Gonna roll the d2. Who does it want to hit? 1 is Sildar, 2 is... Well,
Chromie.
wow. They'd be rolling pretty solid.
Yeah, those are both hit.
He gives you some big old punches. Alright. Sildar's turn. Now he's going to use... Well, no one can reach him actually. Never mind. He's just going to give some... So he's going to attack. And using the effect of his sword, if you would like to, Prometheus, you can use your reaction to swing at the Iron Golem. Or the Amber Golem.
I will.
Alright. Give it a swing. 13. What's to hit? Oh, it's a crit fail. Unfortunately, that misses. And then he's going to attack 2 more times. 8, 14, 2. Golem is barely standing. And he's going to use another rally on you. So d12 plus 1. 11 temp HP. Belgrim, you're up.
Golgum will come over here. Do you have to like physically spend a turn reloading my crossbow?
No. You just... It's part of the attack that you did, but since you don't have crossbow expert, you can't just do it again. But
Then I
your
will
crossbow
just
is reloaded.
crossbow the golem. I think you said it was barely standing.
Alright.
Oof.
Oh. Actually, he was menaced. So that would have been a 29 from Prometheus, so it would have died. That was my bad.
Yos.
So what would you like to do with your turn with that knowledge, Belgium? That was my mistake.
I'd still would crossbow, but I'd shoot it at her instead. Because she's up in the
Alright,
air.
go ahead and roll it again. 21 will hit.
Yes.
Yay. And then I end my turn.
Alright.
In the air.
Reese.
Okay.
Actually, can I just move right here?
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm too close to her turn for that to do what I really want it to. That's okay. We're starting to look pretty rough, all of us. I'm going to go ahead and cast Aura of Vitality.
Gotcha.
Let's see if it'll let me cast it from my spell page. It'll let me cast non-attack spells from my spell page. Baffling. Baffling.
So there doesn't seem to be any sort of roll to go with it, probably.
Yeah, probably. Okay, so I'm concentrating on that. Put that up. So that's my action. That's, again, still right in that same bonus. I'm going to move to put my allies in it, so that if I need to for my next turn, and I'm going to... She's doing all of us pretty well and good. Prometheus, give yourself 2d6.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. And that's my turn.
Alright. She's going to use her legendary actions to fire a shot at Sildar. That hits. Oh, I did not mean to skip you. I didn't think I hit it already. Prometheus, you're up.
One sec, I'm tallying that damage. Because I'm in 10 feet of Sildar.
Oh, yeah. The golem was why I wasn't shooting that at you earlier, because it was in the way. But now it's dead, you're right.
I will go this way about 20 feet.
Bring the rafter down.
And then I will
Somehow.
shoot a guiding bolt at level 2. Because I really want this thing dead.
Go ahead. That hits.
Nice.
17 damage.
And then 10 feet that way, and then 10 feet down. And I will have my spiritual weapon make an attack as well.
Go ahead.
Oop.
Ooh, that misses. Even with guidance from Guiding Bolt.
And then that'll be my turn.
Alright. Now let's see Monotheda's turn. She's going to activate the lightning rods that she set up
Are we
around each
fighting
of them.
fucking
That'll hit
Ramu?
Reese.
Eden Ramu?
That'll hit Sildar. That will hit Sildar.
DC 20 dex save. Fail. Fuck. He's got a +5 though. He may.
Fails one, passes the other. So
You didn't
he's
pass either one. What?
+5.
Plus
He got
5.
the 21.
Oh, okay, got it.
22, 16.
Do not have Warcaster. Oh yeah, that's a success.
You're incapacitated.
That's for concentration.
Oh.
I can't use it, but it's still up.
Oh.
you're concentrating on a spell and become incapacitated, you immediately lose concentration.
That's so fucking stupid.
When you're knocked out.
Oh, wrong one.
Well, it's not knocked out.
It's not knocked out. Incapacitated
dazed.
is can't take actions or reactions or bonus actions.
Like, you're getting your shit rocked. It's kind of hard to concentrate on a spell as you get the daylight smacked out of you. Anyway, now that she did that,
How long does it last? Just end of the turn?
yes. She's going to land as her bow starts or dissipates, and she's going to squeeze her fists together as small crystals start floating out of the ground. Sildar is incapacitated, but he is going to move right here. Belgrim.
Meow. Fighting spirit. Give it the advantage roll. A 1, a 2,
A 3.
and a 1.
Did you want to do your...
Not yet. Action surge.
Alright,
How many licks does it take to get to the Tootsie Roll center of this Tootsie
30,
Pop?
40.
A 1, a 2. It's better just to guarantee a hit, so yeah. Good choice. Good choice, Mason. Good choice.
So you didn't forego it?
Nope, I did not forego it.
Gotcha. Alright, so that's 40 damage, 51, 63, 73 damage.
Nice.
As you do a large amount of damage and mollywop her, you watch her kind of get taken aback and lose her concentration as those crystals fade away.
Nice.
Yeah. Not. Oh, I'm gonna challenge you guys, and I'm just gonna fly in the air and not see what happens when you come down here. You get your ass whooped.
Get her ass.
Alright. Reese, you're incapacitated. Is there any movement that you'd like to do?
I can move while incapacitated?
Yep. It's only
That's a
actions and
welcome change
reactions.
from last week.
Well, you could have moved that whole time. I wasn't going to ask you why you weren't.
Gonna go over here, not be within 10 feet of anybody, because my spiritual weapon doesn't fucking count. I mean, it does, but she can't hit him anyway.
Alright. That your movement?
Yep.
Prometheus.
I'm going to actually utilize my weapon this time and move here.
Am I done being incapacitated?
Yes, it's at the end of your turn.
Yay.
And then I'm gonna mollywop.
Give him some slaps. Yikes.
And I shall action surge, and then 3 more.
Alright. Ooh, 16, 17, 18. That's all miss.
Damn.
That was the most tragic action surge I've seen in my life.
Unlucky.
But you landed solid hits on those top 3.
And action surge isn't a bonus action, is it?
You can still only do it once a turn. I know, you're itching to do it again.
I only
Yeah.
have 1 action surge, but I was going to drop my spiritual weapon down to her.
Oh. Yeah, you can do that. Okay, so that's 32, 43. 43. It's 55 damage as you smack the shit out of her.
And that'll be my turn.
Smack this bitch.
Alright. Now it's her turn. Actually, she's going to use one of her legendary actions at the end of your turn to use maneuver. So she's going to fly 30 feet up.
Already pussying out.
And then fly over here.
Pussy.
And now she's going to use Flurry of Arrows.
Pussy.
And that will hit all of you.
Yeah, I think this one's gonna take me out. Deck save.
Just so you know, Shane, I'm using my
I-
life wall tattoo.
Gotcha.
I save. Okay.
Ooh, that's an indomitable.
I don't think I can.
Ooh, Sildar's going to indomitable that as well.
Yeah, that takes me down even with half damage.
Ooh, Sildar passes because you're not down yet.
Yep.
You watch as she pulls that string back and a whole bunch of smaller arrows just line up on the end of her bow as she lets go, and they all just soar at you as if guided. So passing it is 33 plus 13.
Should be 42. I added them both together and halved them.
Well, actually, I didn't need to use indomitable if I had the +5. It's true.
46.
If I had advantage, would have been 19. And plus the 5 would have been 24.
Oh no, it was 46. Never mind. It didn't matter because I had 24 health left, so it took me down no matter what. So.
And she's going to use her actual movement because she had just used maneuver. And she's going to float over here. As you can see her hanging there, pained, as it took a lot of energy to do that, and she got her ass kicked a second ago.
Pussy ass bitch, not even gonna take me out.
Oh, that was her turn. Sildar. As he
I'm
has
insulted
no
that she's not
useful
even
range
moving in that
options,
space.
he's going to run over to you
Thank you.
and force feed you a potion. For what's superior? 8d4 plus
8?
8? Yeah. Think so. As he shoves that down your gullet. And then he's going to, I'm just going to say he picks your ass up. He says, "Get up, soldier! We've got fighting to do!" As he points his sword at the Amonathita in the corner. "Floating bitches whooping ass!"
Yeah, I know, I see that.
And then he's going to move away from you.
That's valid. Attack of opportunity. No, I'm kidding.
Belgrim.
Belgrom will do the same thing with Prometheus, but give him a potion of healing. Just a regular one, or an uncommon.
So that's 44 plus 4.
44?
4. Glug glug.
Everyone, pick him up.
He didn't get downed. He uses Life
he
Well
did.
Tattoo to
Oh.
stay at 1 HP.
Well, that counts as a bonus action, right?
Giving it to someone else. I mean, you could have handed it to him and then he used it on his turn. But if you force feed it to them, it's an
It's
action.
fine. I'd only be able to use a light crossbow, so it's fine.
Alright. Reese.
Ow. Everything hurts, and I'm not concentrating on aura vitality anymore. Ow. Okay. Spiritual weapon is still up. I could knock her back down again, but Prometheus is really hurt.
Well, he can move before she does.
Yeah, but the whole point of me knocking her down would be for us to get her on the ground and deal some solid body-to-body,
Well,
not spellcasting hits.
That still works because Prometheus can use his dying breath to run up there and smack her.
Alright, then let's fucking go and let's hope this bitch fails. I'm gonna destructive wave on her. Last 5th level spell.
Alright.
I only have
Let her
2.
rip.
Come on, there it is.
Let's go!
Fail.
Damage type?
Prone, bitch. I'm gonna do radiant this time.
36.
Ignore the 8.
As you send her back into the ground. And she collapses.
Alright, that's my action. Again, I'm gonna run up on her.
Alright.
And I'm gonna drink a potion of greater healing for myself.
Chug, chug.
That's 44 plus 4, I think.
So this is going to be a
Equals
little
4.
funny. Good job.
2 successes. Okay, so 8 plus 5 is 13, plus 4 is 17.
So this is going to be funny.
Oh no.
Because, no. It's not dangerous funny. It's funny. Maneuver says she moves up to her movement speed without opportunity attacks. Which she can do while she's crawling. At half speed.
I'm just... I feel like it's not even that she's... That's the funny thing about it is that she doesn't provoke opportunity attacks because Reese is just standing there going, what the fuck? Huh?
As you watch her just... You watch her, you know what, this is funnier. You watch as her cloak just starts rolling along the ground and just pulling her away from
Like a conveyor belt. Just, huh? Like,
Right,
what?
Prometheus, it's your turn.
Get her ass,
I will
she's
move
prone.
here. And then 3 mollywups.
They're all at advantage. That hits. So, 22, 30 damage.
And then I think that's all I can do right now.
Describe how you
Alright.
kill her.
Nope, she's still up.
Well,
A girl can
before
dream.
you end your turn there, just move back right over here.
Get out of 10 feet.
How about you shoo away? Belgum gestures and nudges like,
You sure you wanna stay there within 10 feet of me?
Is that special maneuver ability? She has that once per turn or something.
It's a legendary.
It uses a legendary action, so she has to do it after someone else's turn.
Okay, because I'm a The reason why I'm asking is because I'm a cavalier, and if she goes to move, I can stop her if she doesn't use that.
Gotcha.
The thing is, that's only useful if you don't die.
We have plenty of diamonds as long as the paladin stays alive.
No, I'm talking about you being able to use the cavalier. Because she might just stay there and shoot you, and then you're dead. And then she's shooting 2 of us.
Fine.
Okay. As you move away, and your turn ends, it reaches her turn. She stands.
Plus,
have
yeah,
your
she
movement.
would be able to use the legendary action at the end of her turn anyway, so it wouldn't matter.
No, she can't use it at the end of her turn. Legendary actions are only on the end of a player character's turn. Or an NPC's turn, but it can't be the enemy's turn.
It's during anyone other
Well,
than
what I mean
hers.
is it would refresh. it would
Yeah.
refresh. So at the end of Sildar's turn, she'd be able to use it anyway. So she theoretically could just stay there and then not have to get the opportunity attack and then use it.
So she used half her movement to stand. And she's going to action dash. That's 45. So she had a total of 90. 5. And she's going to land on the ground, draw back her bow, and you'll watch as a large beam of energy materializes where her arrow would normally be.
Oh, this dusty cunt.
As she just pulls it back, and you can hear her just...
Kame. She's charging up.
Sildar. He gonna have none of that. Sildar, I'm moving in. Wow. That hits. Bonk. Wow. That hits. Bonk. And then he's going to use a random maneuver just for damage. Distracting strike. Wow.
Oh,
Get bopped, bitch.
Great.
Bonk. That's 21. That's enough. As Sildar walks up, blood dripping from his lip, a stern look in his scarred eye. I think that's enough from you, Missy. And he runs his sword through her chest.
The dad move of him calling her Missy. She was just so ashamed. He really looked at her and said, "I'm not mad, I'm just disappointed," and she just died on the spot.
Yep.
As the Amana Theta, her cloak is singed in flame that quickly envelops it, and her body melts into gold that evaporates away.
Should be a little
The
concerned
bejeweled
for how
arrow
much
has
gold
been
we're
defeated.
inevitably breathing in here.
Yippee. So, what do you think about a long rest, guys? You want to take one of those?
Yes.
'Cause I don't think
Let's,
short rest is
alright.
gonna heal you guys up.
I think, as a precaution for long rests, we put all of our weapons in a corner, away from everybody else.
I just hand my glaive to Sildar.
Sildar takes it, pats you on the shoulder. Good work, lad.
He's too trusting. He's a Chad. He would never hurt me.
He gives you a thumbs up.
I mean,
I shall put my weapon over in the corner too, but I will hold on to my shield.
of course, I'm gonna put my longsword and my javelins over there, and I don't have
As
any
you
other.
step over there, Reese, to set your weapons aside, the wall next to you splits.
Ah!
You hear the grinding stone as a walkway is opened.
Round 2.
Fuck off!
Now I will be.
Now that ain't that interesting.
You know what? We can deal with that later.
Here's what I think. Let's just try to remember. Okay, well, actually, no one doesn't know this. What did you see exactly, Prometheus, when you attacked us? Not of your own volition.
Like shadow monsters? Something of
Okay.
that effect?
So if any of us, while we're sleeping, happen to see some shadow monsters, do not freak out, okay? Do not freak out. In fact, if you see enemies that are randomly surrounding you, don't freak out until they start hurting you. Okay,
Right, but
everyone got
like,
that?
I'm also gonna put my weapons over here. Just
just
for
be
safety.
cautious. The thing of it's better to ask for forgiveness than permission, that's not applying here.
Right, that's why the weapons
All right,
are
my
over there.
comrades in arms. I'm not sure when I got here. Not sure why I'm here. But I'll make sure that you get a pleasant night of sleep.
Aren't you Sildar
Right. You know him.
Chad Winter? I
What?
swear I've
Perhaps.
heard of you before.
You may have heard the legends.
The legends of a
But
man named Chad.
legends won't serve as a blade. So don't worry about that one bit. I'll be over here watching.
Alright. This is a little bit strange. Quite a bit
Everyone
strange.
take a wall. It's all spread out.
Quite a bit strange.
That's a bit strange. Everything's strange. We're in a tomb.
It's a bit spooky.
Alright.
You're taking long rests?
Please.
Are you doing watches or attempting to do watches? Or are you
Yeah,
just
that's
snoozing?
I don't see why we wouldn't do watches.
It can't hurt.
It is a long rest only needs 6 hours.
6 sleep and then 2 can watch. Yes. So, divvy it up. Who wants to go first, second,
I'll
third?
go first.
I shall go first because I am healthy.
You'll go first. Reese will go when?
I'll go second.
Second. Prometheus, you want third or fourth?
I'll take third.
Sildar shall pull up the Vanguard. Alright. Give me perception. Nothing out of the ordinary. Although, as you're just looking around in your watch, keeping track, you do notice that these things look very easy to climb.
Oh, we could have climbed up on those and then on those.
Yes, when you walked in, I made sure to tell you that it looked like it could reach those raptors. And as she was
And we
floating
could have
around,
just
it's like,
been walking up there. But then also we would have been vulnerable if she had just like knocked us off
Not
of
only
shit.
that, but I'm a dwarf. I only got 25 movement speed. I wouldn't even get up all the into those raptors in one turn.
Fair enough.
I'd have to dash.
Imagine Belgrim just hanging off of the rafters, like, hey,
I would have to
in
dash,
the
and
last
then
5
she'd
feet.
probably spend her turn going to the other pair of raptors, and then I'd just be fucked. I'd be as useless as just being on the ground.
True. Anyway, you don't see anything out of the ordinary, but the room feels kind of serene, as if a good kind of empty, the relaxing kind of empty.
Nice.
All right, Reese, you're second.
All right.
18. Same thing. Seems like the trouble within this room was released. And Reese, as you are about the middle of the night, or the middle of the sleeping period, I should say. You guys have... Anyway, middle of the sleeping period, you hear the song of the miracle start up again.
All right.
You can also hear... It sounds much more intense as you're deeper in the tomb. But as that sound disrupts you and you're covering your ears, as this vibration pulses around you into your mind, everyone who's sleeping, you're kind of gritting your teeth, rolling around in your sleep. But then you also hear... Okay, well, ominous. That's not what I wanted.
How many?
But You also hear Jibrail's Saeta playing, and it relieves some of that burden on you.
Hey, look, there's something right here, guys. You can see it out the map.
Where?
Up top. Some of the fog boards messed up.
Oh yeah, I see that.
It's probably there the whole time. Oh, that doesn't matter.
Alright.
We know.
So, I need everyone to make me a Constitution saving throw.
Yippee!
And since Reese is awake,
Yep. That's right. You all get my bonus.
After 26, then.
now you all get 5 bonus. So, Prometheus, you got a 21. Belgum, 26.
I have an advantage. Because I am touching my shield in my.
Alright, let me roll for Chad Winter. Big man.
Chad Winter!
Alright, you all resist the Song of the Miracle.
Yay. No. Just, I become the dad from the end of Monty Python and the Holy Grail, and I just come on. No singing.
No singing.
No singing.
You hear a trumpet go.
Hmm.
Alright, your watch ends. Prometheus. Give me that perception. Prometheus, as you're sitting up against the wall, your compatriots snoozing, you're thinking about all this hardship, all this battle that you've yearned for as a battle priest. And you've gotten your daylights rocked more than once. You've seen things tussle with all of you combined. And you know that it just gets harder from here. And as you're focusing on that truth, you don't really pay attention to your watch. But nothing happens. Alright. Last watch, the Chad Winter. 11 again. You got a 2 that time. Sildar is too busy trying to recollect how he got here. And as you guys wake up, test.
Still not posted. God damn.
And as you guys wake up, you get your benefits of your long rest. But the Song of the Miracle begins again. You all must make me that save. Or, if you wish, willingly fail. Everyone passes.
Yay.
Make sure to get your long rest.
It's not updating my token.
Long
I
rest.
don't know why.
Long rest.
I hit the long rest button and it updated on my sheet.
Long rest.
You gotta be careful not to select you and delete you. Bomba.
Oh,
Wait, hold on. Let me.
How's the Among Us go? It's one of these, right?
That's a very primitive version of them, but and it's like
God
like
damn.
this.
Do you have
it's
it
an
set
array.
with my HP as my green bar?
Amogus. Huh? Your HP should be the green bar, yes. No, it says none. You know what?
Yeah, I think. What did you do to the back here? You give the Among Us guy a range?
Do you want your AC on the blue?
Yes, please.
Update default token, save. Now let's make sure that they can all see it. Yes. There.
Edit.
Now,
Select the token. Save.
is that Uchi in 2006?
We don't find out. I'm gonna delete it. I'm gonna put it back.
Good
Just
job.
to double check again. I'm gonna put it back at 48 health, and I'm gonna hit that long rest button on my sheet. God
Okay.
damn, Roll20 is being ass tonight.
Well, now I don't see
Did you hit
it.
the button?
Not yet, because Roll20 was being
Okay.
ass.
Yep. Now it worked. It worked.
Yay, Gucci Fresh,
Good
thank
job.
you.
Now I'm just
Solar.
saying,
What's up?
do we want to stop here? Because we're gonna get very far in 16 minutes.
Well, I mean, you have this. You have this.
I know, but there's a fucking puzzle back there.
I guarantee it's not a puzzle.
It's not a
Okay.
puzzle. Let's go look at what's not a puzzle.
What's back here?
Sildar says, "I'll keep watch.
Thank
Careful in
you.
there."
Or
As
feed
you
my
walk in,
Quit harking through the dungeon.
quit harking through the walls of said dungeon. God, I hate when you get to the edge of the map with the reveal and it just won't do it.
Yep. What the fuck is that?
You walk in and you see a smaller version of those gold-covered skulls, except it looks like the mask that the Amanithita wore. You see a plaque behind. It is in only Celestial.
I can't read that.
I shall read it.
All right, Prometheus. You read out to the class. Laudis served the Twisted One with utmost grace, utmost devotion. And in that misguidedness, he birthed her mirrors. That is all it says.
Her mirrors. Does anyone have a mirror?
Nope. But I am investigating it.
With a 24, you see that this skull is kind of just sitting there. And it looks way too much like the Amanithita that you just defeated. You think that's her skull.
I take the skull.
Gross.
Pick it up, and you can feel a calling to you. The skull yearns to be somewhere.
Okay. I will just.
Alright.
Hey, how'd you do that, Prometheus? How'd you go through the wall? Oh, hey.
We're all weightless, that's how we got there in the first place.
Shane, them no clipping.
Jeez.
I'm gonna no clip
And
you.
I put the skull on the right one. Because you always go right.
You put the skull on that small fountain, and nothing happens. It kind of just sits there as the water rushes around it.
You're on the left one.
Nothing happens.
Son of a bitch, it's not what I thought.
Hmm.
Okay, second idea. Oh, not moving that right.
Alright.
Put it right there. On this pedestal.
Nothing happens. But as you set it down on the pedestal, you see its eyes are glowing. A bright orange flame.
Okay. Now let's go check the other doors. What about this door right here? Still nothing on it?
Nothing. Sildar looks at the skull, looks at you. You sure it is where it goes?
Well, I mean, we came from that door, this pedestal. Okay, fine. I guess we'll try all four. Okay, takes the skull, puts it on this one.
Wait, you said the head
Maybe
felt like it wanted to be somewhere.
Well, maybe when you put the skull on the pedestal, skull, it unlocks the door. And then the last door that we don't need unlocked, or the last skull we get, it really would accomplish nothing. It would obviously be used on the one that's already unlocked. So
But
I
like,
guess it's just trying to find which skull, where the skull goes on one of the three.
As you walk away from this generalized area where Sildar is standing with the skull, its eyes no longer glow.
Okay, what happens when I put it on this one?
Nothing happens.
Okay, what about this one?
Nothing happens.
Okay, what about this one?
Nothing happens.
Okay, well, my thought process was wrong. Putting it back over.
The eyes are glowing once more. As
Yep,
you
pretty
approach.
sure it's in the right spot, Sildar.
Give me an insight check. 10. Anyone else?
alright, I'll do one too.
Reese's?
Ah ha ha!
Reese! That flame yearns for the heat.
Ah ha! I'm going to grab it and take it to the fire. Coal to the blaze.
As you
Yeet.
walk through the doorway, the eyes stop glowing. And you walk up to this grate where the consuming flame was, and it is dark and cold. There is no heat in there anymore, as the candles over here are snuffed.
Alright,
This room
that's
feels
weird.
particularly gray and empty now.
Alright, so we killed her, and now this room is dead. Alright, what else is warm in here?
As you walk back in, the eyes start glowing once more.
The braziers.
Belgar will speak out. It's like, I remember a voice in my head telling me that there was not a puzzle.
I also remember that.
A voice in my
I
head told
trusted
me,
you.
I guarantee you it's not a puzzle.
I guarantee you're thinking too hard. Do you put the skull in the brazier?
Yes.
You set it in, and the flames of the brazier wrap around this skull, and you can see almost this liquidy essence form where the flame once was. This molten gold just wraps around the skull and pulls the skull inside of the brazier, and it starts emitting molten gold running down its sides into a collecting basin that goes into the floor as the flame is no longer there. You see a shadow inside each of the little flames. See that key-shaped shadow in each of the little flames of the statues. It just apparates the moment you do that.
Alright, that's weird.
Does this door have a keyhole now?
They do not have keyholes.
That's weird.
You feel like you probably need to grab the key in order for it to open up for you.
Which one
Now it
wanna
only
go?
depends on which key to grab.
I vote
Prometheus
bottom right.
remembers being banned from grabbing anything, so he will refrain.
Good choice, Prometheus. Good choice. We're going bottom right.
Bottom right, you
Yep.
grab hold of that key. The other two shadows dissipate. And that flame disperses from the statue's hand as you pull out the key. You see the keyhole materialize on the door. Well, that was neat.
This place is strange.
Right. You place the key in the door's lock.
Yep.
You watch as it abducts your key and pulls it into the door as it melts into
key.
liquid gold and flows into its frame. The way is opened.
My key.
Your key has been yoinked forever. And as you guys await Belgrum to check for traps, as is his wont,
What the fuck
Stairs.
is that?
Belgum will walk in and will walk further in because he's not scared of nothing.
Alright. Big man energy out here. No trap checking. Alright, as you guys walk into this next room then, as Belgrum is chatting his way through, traps
Hey, well,
begin.
hey, Sildar, hey, we gotta give it a investigation check first, buddy.
Oh, my bad, as he phases through the wall back behind you. With a 31, you don't see any sort of traps laid out. You see that there's a large golden statue. Oh, there he goes. There goes our other audience. You see this large golden statue riding atop a horse, shield in one hand, spear in the other. And you see thorns creeping out of the crevices in the armor. And you see blood trails leading from his eyes downwards.
Yikes.
You also see a whole bunch of urns sitting all about surrounding the statue. You see a book laying on the base of the statue. And you see 2 pots of nightshade sitting on the far end. And down here where there's a doorway, it is filled with thorny vines that you've seen before.
Oh, there they fucking are again.
And as we all gather into this room, we shall save it for next session, as you guys will
Okay.
go through the continuation.
Quick save option. I'm hitting quick save.
Quick save. Quick save.
Tragically, this is not where you level up to 20, because 20 is for the third floor.
Yep.
But you guys did pretty well
19
for
and a half.
thyselves.
Indeed.
Alright. I'm gonna head out. Tomorrow is gonna be ass.
Yep,
Thank you for
it'll
game.
be like that.
Yep. See y'all later, Gators. Bye.